Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy, DEATHBED, and I'm back with another video. Now, this video is very interesting. Shout out to Willie D Live. Y'all go check out Willie D Live on his YouTube channel. He made a video yesterday saying that a CIA agent reportedly confessed on his deathbed that he killed Bob Marley. And it's very interesting the details that Willie D is going to say in this video. So once again, I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just going to play the details that Willie D said in this video. It's very interesting. So let's get into it. A story that I need you guys to check out and let me know what you think about it. There's a guy by the name of BillOxley. He is a retired U.S. CIA officer who was admitted to the Mercy Hospital in Maine and told that he had 2 weeks to live. Upon hearing this news, he decided to confess to the murder of Bob Marley, reggae superstar, musical icon Bob Marley. Listen, I don't know if the dude is telling the truth or not, but there are certainly a number of people who is interested in this information because there are people who actually went to that grave believing that America had a role in Bob Marley's death. This guy claimed to have committed 17 assassinations for the U.S. government between 17 assassinations by the U.S. government. Wow.
1974 and 1985. Oxley, who worked for the CIA for 29 years as an operative with top-level security clearances, claimed he was often used as a hitman for the organization to assassinate individuals who could represent a threat to the goals of the agency. Trained as a sniper and marksman, Oxley also has significant experience with more unconventional methods of inflicting harm upon others, like poisons, explosives, induced heart attacks, and cancer.
Now, this is not surprising at all, right? This is, I mean, nobody should be surprised about this at all. But if this is true, I mean, this just confirms everything that we've been thinking, right? Like, we always think, you know, the government is involved in a lot of things, but do we have any proof? But this is interesting right here.
79-year-old operative claims he committed the assassinations between March 1974 and August 1985 at a time when he says the CIA was a law unto itself. He says he was part of an operative cell of 3 members which carried out political assassinations across the country and occasionally in foreign countries. Most of their victims were political activists, journalists, and union leaders, but he also confesses to assassinating a few scientists, medical researchers, artists, and musicians whose ideas and influence represented a threat to the interest of the United States.
Scientists, influencers, rappers, anybody that was a threat to the United States. Let's play that part again right there, because that is very interesting.
Activists, journalists, and union leaders, which carried out political assassinations across the country and occasionally in foreign countries. Most of their victims were political activists, journalists, and union leaders, but he also confesses to assassinating a few scientists, medical researchers, artists, and musicians whose ideas and influence represented a threat to the interest of the United States.
Wow.
He claims he had no problem with going through with the assassination of Bob Marley because I was a patriot. I believed in the CIA, and I didn't question the motive of the agency. I've always understood that sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. The others were assholes. Bob Marley was Bob Marley. I was no closer to being a long-haired hippie back then than I am now. But I must admit, Bob's music did move me. It held some power over me. He claims to have had mixed feelings about Bob Marley's death. On the other hand, Marley was a good man, a beautiful soul with profound artistic gifts, who did not deserve to have his life cut short. But according to Oxley, Bob Marley was also placing the goals of the CIA in jeopardy and threatening the existence of the United States. He was succeeding in creating a revolution that used music as a more powerful tool than bullets and bombs. Bob Marley in 1976 was a very serious threat to the global status quo and to the hidden power brokers implementing their plan for a new world order. As far as the agency was concerned, Bob Marley was too successful, too famous, too influential, a Jamaican Rasta man who started using his funds and fame to support causes around the world that were in direct conflict with the CIA. To be honest, he signed his own death warrant. It's not like we didn't warn him. We sent a few guys to shoot up his house in Kingston. He's referring to the shooting that took place at Bob Marley's house that left him injured in the chest and arm. He said, "We had a message for him. We impressed upon him the gravity of the situation he found himself in. He didn't listen. 2 days later in the mountains, I stuck him with the pen." Then he goes on to explain how Bob Marley was actually assassinated, how it played out. 2 days after Bob Marley was shot in the left arm by one of the 3 gunmen who ambushed the singer and some of his crew in his house in Kingston, and after a brief stint in the hospital, Bob Marley traveled to the protective hills of the Blue Mountains and spent time at the highest point in Jamaica, rehearsing for an upcoming concert. According to Oxley, he used press credentials to gain access to Bob Marley when he was on his Blue Mountain retreat. He introduced himself as a famous photographer for the New York Times, and he presented Bob Marley with a gift. I gave him a pair of Converse All-Stars, size 10. When he tried on the right shoe, he screamed out, "Ouch." That was it. His life was over right then and there. The nail in the shoe was tainted with cancer viruses and bacteria. If it pierced the skin, which it did, it was good night nurse. There had been a series of high-profile assassinations of counterculture figures in the United States in the late 60s, early 70s. By the time Bob Marley's time came around, we thought subtlety was the order of the day. No more bullets and splattered brains. Oxley claims that he kept in close contact with Bob Marley during the later years of his life, ensuring that the medical advice that he received from the doctors in Paris, London, and the United States would hasten his demise rather than cure him. He died from cancer in May 1981. He was just 36 years old. The last time I saw Bob before he died, he had removed the dreadlocks and his weight was dropping like a stone, he says. He was very withdrawn, unbelievably small. He was shrinking in front of us. The cancer had done its job. The day he died in Miami was definitely one of the most difficult moments in my career. I felt real bad. For a long time, I wasn't comfortable with my part in his death. But eventually, I came to realize it had to be done for America.
I can't say that I'm surprised, but I'm more surprised that this information is getting out. You would have to be someone that's very naive to think that America doesn't do things like this. I think it's definitely very believable, but this is all alleged. This is all alleged. I am only doing a reaction video. Yeah, let me repeat that. This is just a reaction video to Willie D's, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not surprised at all. Doesn't shock me. Definitely unfortunate. But y'all leave a comment down below, man. So allegedly, this man right here is the person that killed Bob Marley. Not only him, but scientists, political figures, politicians, you know, influencers, rappers, artists. Interesting. Very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's believable. Is it the truth? I don't know. Just voicing my opinion. And from what I heard, it's believable. It's your boy Damn D signing out, man. Sheesh, crazy.